so bizarre, I had to remix it.
Get your reaction to Terrence. Get your reaction to. Get your reaction to. Get your reaction to Terrence. What he did. That's another crazy thing, right?
No, that's not crazy. No, I say it's not crazy because I predicted. I said Canelo was going to get old in the ring that night. No disrespect to Crawford. He did a good. Crawford could have stopped him. He could have. You know, me being a coach and watching how the fight was going on, he could have stopped him. And I know he's saying it in his mind, but he was being humble of Canelo. He was being humble, and it was a great fight, and it was good talk for the boxing world. And that's what it's all about, to entertain, to get us something to look at. We've been entertained like this for years, for centuries, of gladiators and stuff, going in the ring, representing their fans.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, and I'm back with another one. So many people have sent this to me and asked me to give my opinion and my thoughts on this. And my opinion and my thoughts is diabolical. It's diabolical. Reason that it's diabolical is because simply not just Coach Calvin Ford, because see, people are looking at it from a standpoint that Gervonta Tank Davis, we know, has been hating on Terrence Crawford. So people believe that Coach Calvin Ford is taking this route and saying what he said because of Gervonta Tank Davis's stance. And that's not the case. It's simply that people have this built-in mechanism to automatically assume a go along, get along. They go along with these narratives and they run with it without doing their research. And Coach Calvin is a well-renowned trainer, respected trainer in the sport of boxing. But he's a human being as well. And they don't do their deep dive research. First of all, Coach Calvin doesn't even have time to do a deep dive research on Canelo Alvarez. But the facts remains as many people have uttered these same sentiments that Canelo Alvarez got old in the ring the night of the fight. And that's simply not true. As I told you guys, he struggles with a specific style. Period. When you look at Canelo Alvarez's history, I have more time to do these things than Calvin Ford. You look at his past fights and his history when he fought Lara. He was 24 years old. It looked the exact same or worse when Terrence Crawford fought him. You look at his fight with Floyd Mayweather. They had a built-in excuse. He was too young. He was 23 with 40 plus fights. 5 title defenses, unification bout. Yet they told you he was too young and too green. Yet he looked the same exact way he did when he fought Terrence Crawford. You look at his fight with Austin Trout, and he looked very similar to his fight with Terrence Crawford. He didn't get old. He got better at choosing his opponents wisely to not look this way. When he fought Billy Joe Saunders, he was getting outboxed in that fight. When he fought Caleb Plant, he was getting outboxed in that fight. They have defaults. No disrespect to Caleb Plant and Billy Joe Saunders, but they can't keep up the pace for 12 rounds. And Canelo Alvarez has a very granted chin. I think he has arguably top 5 greatest chins in all of boxing history. Okay, he has a great chin or a great poker face. So when you look at his fight with Billy Joe Saunders and Caleb Plant, they faded and made mistakes that Erislandy Lara, Terrence Crawford, Floyd Mayweather, Dimitri Bivol didn't make. He looked the same against Dimitri Bivol than he did against Terrence Crawford. He looked the same against Austin Trout. The problem with Austin Trout is they had open scoring. He learned he was down on the scorecards. We all know it's the worst kept secret that Canelo Alvarez, in every fight, he's up 3 rounds before the fight even starts. For God's sake, they gave Canelo Alvarez 6 rounds against Floyd Mayweather when he didn't even win one. And he admitted he barely won one. With that said, Austin Trout found out that he was dramatically down on the scorecards, had to get away from his southpaw boxing ability and skill set and talent, and had to get out of his character, press the fight, got dropped, started making mistakes. Those are things Terrence Crawford didn't do. Those are things Floyd Mayweather didn't do. Those are things Dimitri Bivol didn't do. So no, he didn't get old in the ring. He just got better at choosing his opponents. So he looked different against specific styles. And yes, as he moved up in weight, he stopped getting the knockouts because he's fighting bigger guys that are able to absorb his power. So that's another thing. People say, you know, he got old because he don't have no more knockouts. No, he got better at fighting guys. He started fighting guys that had sturdy chins and they're big dudes. That's it. That's all. He knocked out Caleb Plant. Caleb Plant fades in every fight. And he gets dropped in his biggest fights. He just got dropped in his last fight. He got dropped against Jose. He dropped Jose Oskowski twice, but then he started to fade in the second half of the fight. We saw what happened with David Benavidez. He was holding on for dear life. Billy Joe Saunders was unproven, made a grave mistake. Canelo capitalized because he's a great fighter. It's not taking anything away from Canelo. It's just simply letting the world know he's a great fighter. He just has flaws that a specific style, particularly the African-American style and the mover style, gives him, and the counterpunch, and gives him problems. You look at Dimitri Bivol, like my late great brother and former co-host, Kurt Anderson, a.k.a. Kurt Sugar, a.k.a. the historian, used to always say, rhythmic and perpetual movement. Dimitri Bivol has rhythmic and perpetual movement. And that always historically gives Canelo trouble. Doesn't matter if he's 23 or 35. So Canelo didn't suddenly get old in the ring. He went up against a great fighter that has a skill set and a talent that he always struggles with that didn't fade. And was able to take his punches. Period. So no, Coach Calvin, he didn't get old that night in the ring. He was in there with a guy who always highlights a style that highlights his problems. Period. He was too young against Floyd. He was too small against Bivol. He's too old against Terrence Crawford. Stop. Instead of pointing out that they all have something in common, rhythmic and perpetual movement and counterpunch ability that he struggles with. Lara ran too much. William Skull ran too much. He was 24 with Lara. Y'all said he ran too much. He couldn't cut the ring off. He's 34 with William Skull. William Skull ran too much and he can't cut the ring off because he's too old. Which one is it? How about he just can't cut the ring off because he don't have the ability to do it against a specific style? Period. How about he didn't get old? He just went up against a legend in Terrence Bud Crawford and a Hall of Famer, first ballot once he retires. Period. With the attributes and skill set to highlight his flaws. That's it. That's all. And that's all I got for y'all. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV. All one word. It's your boy Blue signing off. I'm gone. Peace.